There's been a lot of news and coverage on the whole Pakistan and India situation. I partake sometimes in the policies and current events just to give my commentary on the whole situation. And this is one of those because a lot of the situations in the world these days seem they have a, how do I say it, repeatable headlines that seem like they're getting nowhere. And so that's kind of why I haven't really talked about politics or current events or anything like that when it comes to a world scale. I'm interested on what happened with Kashmir because I frankly don't know the whole story. I've read several articles throughout the last couple days and stuff like that, and I figured if we're going to be talking about the situation in general, might as well start relatively to the beginning where all this kind of popped off. And yeah, let's go. This is Finding Out Now, and it is the next W star R. I'm guessing that's war, loading in 2025. Kashmir Attack explained. Hopefully he's got dashes on this shit, so it's probably censored. Hit this like button just to help push this to more people.
In April 2025, a peaceful tourist town in Kashmir turned into a nightmare.
28 people are reported to have been killed after gunmen opened fire on tourists in Indian-administered Kashmir.
A group of
Wait, this was I didn't know I don't know why, but I thought it was like some situation. I didn't even fucking know it was like that bad. I thought it was a situation where maybe it was like almost like, you know, it could be written off as an accident. You gotta be kidding me, bro.
Tourists in Indian-administered Kashmir.
That's crazy.
A group of armed terrorists stopped travelers and began asking one terrifying question: are you Hindu or Muslim?
I'm not surprised. I swear. It's crazy to like read the Bible as a kid and hear all these like stories about war and, you know, you seeing like texts in certain religious texts about like, you know, if they're not us, then kill them and all this other kind of stuff. It's wild. It's almost like watching like a fictional movie or something as a kid. It's like, why? This is a little dark. Like reading the New Testament as a kid, I swear, like probably half the people in my fucking Sunday class didn't even know what was happening in the New Testament growing up until with like age fucking 12. Like they were treating that shit like it was GTA or something. But yeah, because of that knowledge, seeing shit like this doesn't surprise me. It's very devastating, honestly.
Answer didn't match. They opened fire. 26 innocent tourists were killed. One woman, crying over her husband's body, begged the attackers to shoot her too, and the terrorists laughed, telling her to go tell India's prime minister. Since that moment, India's people are furious.
Okay, I know this isn't a play-by-play, but like, if they're asking you what religion, right? I'm just trying to like put myself in this scenario, and you have to pick from two. And the first guy that says the wrong answer gets shot. How do 25 more people? Like that just and also how are you getting this information? Like it's just fuck.
Army is on alert. Pakistan is getting nervous, and now the big question is the next war loading in 2025? Let's go back, see how it all.
This is crazy because this is what, 5 days ago, 11 days ago. Okay.
All began.
Well, I think we got the answer, boys.
At the time of independence in 1947,
Spoiler alert.
British India was divided into two separate nations. India, which had a Hindu majority population, Pakistan, created as a homeland for Muslims. But the split wasn't as clean as drawing a line on a map. It was violent, brutal, and deeply personal. Over 15 million people were forced to move. Muslims from India to Pakistan.
That's crazy to think
Hindus
about, man.
and Sikhs from Pakistan to India. Entire families uprooted. Trains filled with refugees arrived slaughtered. Neighborhoods that had coexisted for centuries turned on each other overnight. It became one of the biggest and bloodiest migrations in human history, with over 1 million people dead. That trauma
I didn't know that.
vanish.
Wow.
It turned into resentment, and the cracks only got deeper.
Was this? Who drew the lines again? Was it the UN?
One of the biggest cracks.
It's so crazy, man.
Called Kashmir. Kashmir was, and still is,
Yeah, but it's
one
beautiful.
of the most breathtaking places in the world.
This reminds me a lot of Colorado. Like, this is gorgeous, man. This is absolutely gorgeous. And the fact that they have these nice paved sidewalks as well. Oh, those are roads. Okay, never mind. No, I was like, damn, that's a wide sidewalk. But still, I love it. I haven't talked about this, but I love backpacking. I've been backpacking with my father. I used to go like every single summer with my dad. He would take a group with us, and like he's been doing it like for 50 years or some shit like that. He almost died one time. His appendix ruptured inside his body. And back then, it wasn't really easy to detect things like this, and also he's just a fucking tough son of a bitch. So, he's like, oh, that's just a cramp. Kept on going, and then pop goes the weasel, and you get all that. You don't know you have all this acid inside your body in a lot of these organs, and that acid was going everywhere, melting a lot of the shit that it's not supposed to melt, etc., etc. Almost dies. He has this huge gnarly scar now that goes like from the bottom of his belly all the way up to a little bit above his belly button. So he has a really long belly button. It's kind of cool. And he almost died, and this guy, saw him in the hospital, and he went backpacking all the time, and he's like, once you get out of here, I'm gonna take you backpacking. And ever since, it's been in our blood. And this reminds me a lot of like the Wiminuche area a little bit. This is so fucking gorgeous. And the fact that there are people having wars in here is crazy, bro. Like, you should be able to enjoy this without like worrying about getting shot, Like, you should be worried about a bear or a pack of wolves, like, type shit. You shouldn't have to worry about bullets.
Snow-capped peaks, peaceful lakes, lush green valleys, a literal heaven on earth.
Yeah.
But politically, it's been a hell. When the British left, they gave over 560 princely states like Kashmir a choice. Join India, join Pakistan, or stay independent.
They gave much. Oh, God.
Ruler of Kashmir, Maharaja Hari Singh, was a Hindu, but most of the people in Kashmir were Muslim. The Maharaja wanted to stay independent, not join either India or Pakistan. But then, in October 1947, tribal militias from Pakistan, backed by its army, launched an invasion into Kashmir to force it into Pakistan. In panic, the Maharaja turned to India for help. India agreed, but on one condition: Kashmir must officially become part of India. The Maharaja signed the instrument of accession, legally joining Kashmir to India. And Indian troops flew in to push back the attackers. Just like that, the first Indo-Pak War began. That war ended in 1948 with a ceasefire brokered by the United Nations. But the damage was done. Kashmir was now divided. India controlled about 2/3 of the region. Pakistan controlled the rest, which it still holds today as POK, or Pakistan Occupied Kashmir, POK. The UN called for a referendum to let the people of Kashmir decide their future, but that vote never happened. And
what?
Since then, Kashmir has remained the bone of contention in every major conflict between the two nations. India and Pakistan have fought 4 wars in total.
That's crazy.
1947 to 48. The first war, right after partition, over.
So how do we make sure that they don't have 4 more wars after this, right? You know what I mean? Like, are we gonna get the double digits in our lifetime with this shit? Like, come on, man.
Kashmir.
There gotta be a solution.
1965, another full-scale war, again over Kashmir. 1971, the most devastating war, but this time not about Kashmir. It was about East Pakistan, where India supported the independence movement that eventually created Bangladesh. 1999, Kargil War. Pakistani soldiers and militants disguised as locals infiltrated Indian territory in the Kargil region. India launched a massive counterattack operation and pushed them back. In each of these wars, India emerged stronger militarily. But the cycle of hatred and mistrust never broke. And when war didn't work, Pakistan tried something else. By the early 2000s, a new kind of war had begun, a shadow war.
What?
Terrorism became the weapon of choice. Instead of soldiers crossing the borders with tanks, militants crossed quietly with backpacks, guns, and suicide vests. Attacks on civilians became a tool to destabilize India, especially in Kashmir. One of the most horrific examples, Mumbai. 26/11. On the night of November 26, 2008, 10
I was like 26. We're not even in fucking 2026.
terrorists from Pakistan arrived by boat on the shores of Mumbai, armed with AK-47s, grenades, and explosives. They split into teams and launched simultaneous attacks across the city. The Taj Mahal Hotel, the Oberoi Trident Hotel, Cafe Leopold, a Jewish community center, Shivaji train station. For nearly 60 hours, Mumbai turned into a war zone. More than 170 people died, including American, Israeli, and British citizens. Over 300 were injured. The only surviving attacker, Ajmal Kasab, was captured alive.
Like, yeah, Home Depot or some shit.
His interrogation revealed detailed planning and training, all traced back to Pakistan-based terror group Lashkar-e-Taiba. Then came Pulwama in 2019.
Oh, I heard of them.
A suicide bomber rammed a vehicle full of explosives into a convoy.
Is Pulwama a place or a terrorist organization?
Of Indian paramilitary forces in Pulwama district, Kashmir.
That's a place?
40 soldiers were killed instantly. It was the deadliest attack on Indian security forces in decades. The terror group, Jaish-e-Mohammed, based in Pakistan, claimed responsibility. India's response? Swift and bold. In the early hours of February 26, 2019.
I don't get this. Like, you have so many like terrorist attacks. Like does Pakistan not, like, okay, this could be a fucking ignorant ass question. I kind of already know it, but like, obviously, if we had terrorist ongoing, like, you know, enclaves or organizations or banding together and shit like that in the United States of America, they would pursue that shit and try to eradicate it. You know, like, this isn't like a right or left thing. Like, Obama did the same shit. Like, now what you classify as terrorism is different. Obviously, they've changed the classification this year. So you know, there's some new people to the list, new people to the party. But like, I just don't understand. Like, if you are, you know, and you're aware of terrorist ongoings in your country, and you are in charge of your country, why don't you eradicate the problem and partner up with India? The only reason possible, I would assume, is either negligence, which it's not, because it's at such a level that negligence is, it's just not even thought of, right? Because you're at such a high level. You're in control of so many different things at a nation level. And so what it just seems like then is you have certain things that you can't do deliberately, because if you did, it would be an act of war. So if you have bad actors that are terrorists that aren't officially in your military and they do these attacks, then technically they can't retaliate on Pakistan itself. It's just like, it's like this obvious lie, and I could be wrong. I'm just a fucking guy in a chair. But it seems like this obvious lie that it's old as hell. It's like, you see this with fucking second graders and shit. This isn't like genius level espionage or anything like that. It just,
Indian Air Force jets crossed the border and bombed a terror training camp in Palakkad, Pakistan. This was unprecedented.
Yeah.
The first airstrike on Pakistani soil since 1971. Pakistan responded by sending its own jets, leading to a short but intense dogfight. One Indian pilot, Inhanandan Varthaman, was
that has some crazy facial hair.
Captured, but returned 2 days later as a peace gesture. The world watched nervously. Two nuclear-armed nations, one spark away from disaster. But the situation de-escalated for the moment. Still, the attackers never fully stopped. Cross-border terrorism continued. Sleeper cells were busted. Indian security forces worked round the clock to prevent further strikes. But everything changed on April 22nd, 2025.
Just hot take real quick. I know there's a lot of people out there that do not like the fact that there are so many weapons in the world that could just end the world like that. Like, there's a lot of people that don't like the ability for countries to have nukes, obviously. And I think there's a lot of world leaders, but it's a situation right now where, like, you gotta keep. It's like having a gun. Like, right, you're in Chicago. Like, you might not like having the gun because it makes you a liability with like the police or whatever it might be. But still, it's protection. You need it at the end of the day. But I think we're gonna get to a point in the world. I hope this never fucking happens. But if I was writing a book, I think it's predictable that there's gonna be a situation because so many different countries have nukes that someone's gonna pop off one time. We're gonna have someone in office or multiple people in a situation where they're able to push the button and launch a nuke onto somebody. I don't know who the fuck it's gonna be. I don't know where or when, but I feel like it's eventually going to happen. Like someone's going to use a nuclear bomb. Again, it's not the history. Like there's a reason everybody's got one. So. Like Andor had an amazing quote. Has anyone ever made a weapon that they never used? And that just makes you think. It's like, fuck. Like, at some point, someone's going to use it again. And I feel like there's a high probability, depending on what the country is, that country just gets nuked the fuck out, or borders change again, or something like that. And it's... I don't know. I just feel like that's like very possible.
With a
Am I wrong? Comment down below, bro.
In Pahalgam, Kashmir, the scenic town of Pahalgam,
damn, that's
nestled
beautiful
in the Kashmir Valley, is known for its tranquil beauty, horse rides through pine forest, and peaceful rivers.
Hell yeah!
Every year, it's a draw in thousands of tourists from across the country and abroad. But that day became a killing field. Tourists, like always, had arrived to enjoy the mountains. Vehicles can't go deep into the region, so most visitors hop on horseback and local guides to explore. Among them was a woman from central India, accompanied by her husband. Their horse guide chatted with them, but something about him was off. He wasn't just asking friendly, touristy questions. He started probing. Where are you from? Have you read the Quran? Are you Hindu or Muslim? The woman tried to brush it off, but then she heard him whisper on a call.
Go with plan B. Guns are in place.
Panic surged through her veins. She discreetly messaged India's intelligence tip line, a hotline most tourists wouldn't even know about. But before the agency could act, it was already too late. Around 6 to 7 armed men dressed like locals suddenly appeared out of nowhere. Not military uniforms, civilian clothes, horses, and hidden weapons. But what they carried wasn't small arms. It was full-blown automatic weapons. They started pulling terrorists off horses, shouting at them, "Are you Hindu or Muslim?"
I'm sorry, like, what is your, like, plan B? Like, are you fucking kidding me? You gonna do this shit, and then guess what's gonna happen? Even if you kill everybody that's there, right? Just say you do that, and you somehow, like, get away. You're going to have fucking fire rained upon you. Like, this, we live in 2025 with modern technology. This isn't fucking 1940 anymore. You're gonna be, bro, you're gonna get found, and you're gonna get caught up, and you're gonna get fucking yeeted and deleted. And guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna be around your fucking families as well. And dude, this is just, why the fuck do people do this, man? Like, I just, like, extremism and all that kind of shit. But like, god damn, like, we're in, oh my god. I just get amazed somehow, like, by the lack of intelligence that so many cultures have around the world. You know, like, by cultures, I'm not talking about, like, bodies of people, like, you know, races or anything like that. You know, me and my buddies growing up, we had our own little culture. So, you know, I'm talking about, like, individual little groups of people. It fucking blows my mind. Like, the fact that I see some, like, videos of, like, indigenous people, like, on an island with no contact with modern technology and shit like that blows my fucking mind when I see that shit. Motherfucker giving them, like, Pepsi and he gets shot in the fucking eye with a fucking bow and arrow. Like it just blows my fucking mind. And these people are over here, you know, communicating very well, used to technology that's modern and stuff like that. And they oh my god. It just pisses me the fuck off.
If Muslim, read the Quran. If not, they open fire. Bullets flew in all directions. Screams echoed through the valley. The attackers didn't care if there were women, children, or elderly. Anyone who couldn't answer in the way they wanted was shot.
Okay, and also on top of this, like, if this is like an act by Pakistan themselves, what the fuck is the mission here? What is the goal? What is the long-term goal? What you reclaim this land? Like, walk me through this. If you're pro-Pakistan in this situation, which if you are fucking nuts. I'm gonna be real. But everyone has, I feel like everyone should have the right to freedom of speech, so express your belief no matter what. And I get there's people with biases and shit like that might be from Pakistan or have family in Pakistan or whatever that might be. That's cool. I will fucking hear you out. But I'm trying to comprehend, like, what the fuck if this is like a Pakistan mission, if these people are working with the military or whatever it is, because these guys, I believe, we're going to watch this later down the line, but I believe they kind of got yeeted and they had a funeral for some of these fellows, and some of the military, in Pakistan, military leaders came to the funeral. So there's some connection there. What? I don't get it, man.
26 innocent tourists died on the spot.
Yeah.
One woman lost her husband right in front of her eyes. Through tears, she shouted
savages,
at the
bro.
attackers, "You killed him? Kill me too!" But the response was chilling. One of the terrorists sneered and said, "No, go tell your prime minister what happened today." And then he laughed, a laugh that still rings in the ears of many Indian who heard her testimony. The country erupted in grief, and then in fury. Across social media, protests, news channels, there was only one question: how long will we tolerate this? This wasn't just a terror attack. This was psychological warfare, a brutal reminder that terrorism in Kashmir isn't gone, it's just evolved. And once again,
I mean, it's not too psychological. It has an aspect of psychological fallout for sure. But the fact that it's physical terrorism, obviously. People are fucking dead.
And all eyes turned toward Pakistan. Because here's the truth. Attacks like these aren't random. They don't come out of nowhere. These are trained operatives, supply.
But what would the bigger picture be? Like, why? Just to bait India into a fucking war? Like, that doesn't make sense at all. Like, what?
Funded and sheltered, not by rogue street gangs, but by organized networks, many of which have found safe havens across the border. India's intelligence agencies began tracing the attackers' origins. Early reports suggested ties to a radicalized splinter group operating out of Pakistan-administered Kashmir. The government didn't realize all the details, but what came out was enough. And India's response? It wasn't immediate missiles or strikes. It was something smarter. Enter the water war. Let's rewind to the 1960s for a moment. India and Pakistan signed the Indus Waters Treaty, brokered by the World Bank under it.
Oh boy.
Pakistan would get unrestricted access to the Indus, Jhelum, and Chenab rivers.
Okay.
India would control the Ravi, Beas, and Sutlej. This was meant to prevent disputes over water, a resource both countries rely on heavily. But post-Pahalgam, India began reviewing the treaty, and in a bold but silent move, India started diverting excess water that traditionally flowed into Pakistan. Not cutting off water, but minimizing the outflow legally within treaty terms. It was a message: you keep sending terror, we'll stop sending rivers.
Well, they did actually respond. They eventually, the water wasn't enough.
In agriculture-dependent Pakistan,
they wanted
where
blood.
70% of the water comes from these rivers, this hit hard. The government issued press releases, held emergency meetings, and called it a...
Oh, I saw this guy on CNN the other day.
Press releases, held emergency meetings...
Oh, I don't think it was him, actually.
...and called it a violation. But legally, India hadn't broken anything. It had simply stopped playing nice. Meanwhile, back at the line of control, things got hotter, literally. Small gunfire exchanges began almost daily. Reports surfaced of drone intrusions, sniper activity, and unmanned surveillance aircrafts being taken down. But that wasn't all.
Yeah, a lot of that happened tonight too.
In over a year, Indian Air Force fighter jets began routine patrols across northern air zones, especially near the borders. Troop movement increased. Tanks were spotted near forward bases. Special forces began training drills close to the border.
The problem with this whole situation that is bugging the fuck out of me, he's using a lot of footage that is AI created, and he's using similar filters like this one to distort it, because if you use this filter on AI, it actually makes it look a lot more realistic, and it kind of like covers up the blemishes of the AI, because it's gone so far. Obviously the Will Smith meme with AI and stuff like that, it's come so far, and it's very, very good now. But I don't know if he's sprinkling actual real footage or not, and I mean that's a whole topic to itself, because like Pakistan got caught up because they were pushing like AI made content or stuff that was altered, like Ukraine footage or Israel footage and stuff like that, like footage also from video games and stuff like that. We'll check that video out later. But still, like, it's just this whole like AI and wars. It's so fucking weird, bro. It really is. Like the cyber wars itself is so alive right now.
This wasn't war, but it wasn't peace either. Pakistan, already reeling from an economic crisis, a falling currency, and skyrocketing inflation, suddenly had to prepare for something it wasn't ready for: escalation.
Yep.
While Indian military analysts discussed precision response and surgical strikes, Pakistani generals were seen holding late-night emergency meetings. And the civilians? They were lining up for basic groceries. As flour prices doubled and fuel became scarce, public trust in the government hit rock bottom. But did that stop the military?
I wonder, comment down below if you know this. I'm just like, my mind's going to like places like, obviously when your economy's not doing well, typically countries lean into war more often than not, because of, radicalization, and we've seen that historically at so many different places. But like, how bad have the tariff wars been affecting Pakistan and India? And like, I saw a meme like probably a week ago, and it's probably distasteful to say it now, but like, it's relevant. It was like saying like, me seeing that I haven't had a scam call in like 5 days or some shit like that, and then seeing the headline that Pakistan and India were at war. Like, I really do wonder like how bad the, just economy wise, how bad the tariffs have affected them, or if they've affected them at all. I wouldn't imagine them importing a lot of American goods at all. But I mean, the tariffs wars aren't just specifically America, because there's a lot of fallout because other countries might be very negatively affected by the American tariffs. So they have to compromise in, maybe other ways with other countries to try to, recuperate or, have that money flow adjusted in some way. You know what I mean? I have no idea what India and Pakistan's economy are like at all. So
military elite.
If you do, let me know.
Pakistan's leadership has often operated with the mindset of strategic depth, keeping the India conflict alive to justify its military control over internal affairs. But this time, with international pressure building and their economy in free fall, their bluff might just be called. At this moment,
boy, did it ever.
India hasn't launched a full-blown military strike, but the chessboard is set. Tensions are the highest they've been in years. Troops are alert, borders are hot, diplomats are working overtime, and across both countries, citizens are wondering, is this the start of something big?
I don't think it's the start of double Kanye's new song World War III. I don't think that's the case. Jesus, there's so many different subjects I need to cover. Like, that guy's like, what the fuck is that guy doing? Like, Kanye, Jesus Christ, like, make Graduation 2 or something. Like, oh God, what are you doing? Like, Dark Paradise, just get fuck. But In all seriousness, this situation is fucking devastating. It's fucking annoying to see. It's annoying to see because like as an early kid, like as an early age, I try to put myself in other people's shoes and see other people's perspectives because I kind of got bitched out about not doing that as a kid. And I learned my lesson multiple times, and it kind of developed a skill to do that. And so when there's like conflict in my life or in a situation that I hear about, I try to understand it that way. And me doing this, like in this video, oh, it just frustrates the fuck out of me. It really does. This was a well put together video by this guy finding out 69,000 subscribers. Go give him a sub if you want to. I link everything in the bio, obviously. Let's look at the comment section. Let's see what the people are saying. You're providing more information than BBC without any sugarcoating or misleading information. Yeah, no, I had no idea the situation was this bad. Like, that's crazy. Like, wow. I feel terrible for anyone that lives in that area, man. Like, the fact that there's such a beautiful place that you can't, like, just travel and enjoy without the fear of you losing your life is so ridiculous. It's crazy to me. Like, I'm trying to, like, think about myself going to Colorado and, you know, not being scared of bears or wolves. Not they've introduced wolves back into Colorado. Like, being scared of getting shot because of my religion. Oh my god! It's just I'm so thankful that we don't have to deal with situations like this in America. I just like Jesus. Americans are so privileged, man. Like, so privileged. I am an Englishman and stand with India. Yeah, I don't see any situation, any perspective or anything like that where it's like trying to think on Pakistan's side. Like, I'm trying to like put myself in both perspectives, and I can't even think of one. Like, I don't even know what the reason for having this attack happening in the first place would be, unless it's just like an incident where some radical idiots decided to fucking take innocent people's lives. Like, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. BBC should be ashamed of its reporting and learn from you. Great job. Wow, the BBC is fucking up, I guess. Damn. That's the video, man. Comment down below with your thoughts. You know, situations like this, I really like hearing from y'all because I love hearing different perspectives and, you know, seeing where people come from. Don't, you know, try to keep it as peaceful as possible in the comment section below between each other if you do. But yeah, man, hit that like button, hit that comment button, hit that subscribe button. You know, push this out to more people. Let's keep the conversation flowing. You know, I think as a kid, I didn't like politics. Not as a kid. When I was a little bit younger, a couple years ago, I didn't like politics because, you know, I felt like it separated a lot of people, and just talking about politics made, you know, the room awkward depending on what person you're around and stuff like that. But I really do love understanding current events and stuff like that. Obviously, I'm a small YouTuber and stuff like that, so like I'm not expecting this to pop off or anything, but, you know, just going through like just a thought process of this whole situation, and having all, you know, your ducks align when it's with the situation, and not just seeing like what mainstream media is pushing, because there's been some crazy takes on Twitter or Reddit, you know, YouTube and stuff like that. It's fucking nuts, bro. It's fucking nuts. Yeah, I pray for peace, meditate for peace, whatever y'all do, man. This is nutty. I don't want any innocent lives to be taken at all. You know, I mean, they've had wars over this for what, 4 times now. We need to figure out a situation where we don't have 4 more wars by the time we're dead. Straight up. So, yeah. Thinking for y'all. See you guys. Deuces.